Yo, everybody, back at it once again. Favorite entrepreneur, your boy, official Tyree Samuels. And today, we're going to be pivoting from the Forex setups that I was just doing for you guys, which was a new little series I want to be able to keep doing. We're going to get back into the education. So we're going to be talking about one of my favorite tools to be able to utilize as a confirmation, as an indication, as a something, right? I try to make something rhyme with Asian and then, it kind of teetered off, bro. So we're going to be talking about divergence today, something that you guys can utilize in trending markets, also taking advantage of in reversal markets. And it may just be something that you already are taking advantage of. You probably just didn't know it was available at the time you were marking up your chart. Now you might be able to look down a little bit and be like, okay, on top of everything else, I also got a little bit of divergence. So with that being said, you guys want to know how to be able to utilize it, or maybe polish up the skills that you've already started with, make sure you guys tap into the next clip. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Yo, everybody, back at it once again. Favorite entrepreneur, your boy, official Tyree Samuels, right? Now, before y'all go any further, you guys know the routine if you're, a pre-existing person. But if you're brand new, you probably don't know how we get down. So I would appreciate y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because like how I know, you want to be able to get the videos first. You don't want to have to get on YouTube and then see that I dropped a new video. You want to get that notification saying, hey, Tyree just uploaded a new video. And then while you're clicking on the subscribe button, next to it or right underneath it, you're going to see that like button. You're also going to see the thumbs up button. Let me get you guys to go ahead and click both of those kindly, so that YouTube sees that you guys are appreciating the video whenever y'all come through, because that's how they gauge it. Now, with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, right, we're talking about investing. I teach you guys different things. And today we're actually going to be going back over the basics. Okay. So I'm going to teach you guys something called divergence. Okay. Divergence. You see that we made it from the beginning all the way to the end. Okay. You'll go be the next spelling bee champ. You feel me? Now, with that being said, what exactly is divergence? Okay. So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to Google it. Okay. Because, a lot of times I come into these things, I'm giving you my term. Okay. Let's look at the technical term. Okay. What is divergence? And we're not going to look on Wikipedia, because Wikipedia be wicca lying. Okay. Divergence measures the change in density of that's definitely not divergence. So let's do divergence in trading. Okay. Divergence in trading. Okay. Divergence is when the price of an asset is moving in the opposite direction of a technical indicator, such as an oscillator, or is moving contrary to the other data. Divergence warrants the current price trend may be weakening, and in some cases may lead to the price changing direction. Now, if you guys look at this picture, okay, this is going to be an example of what divergence looks like and what we're going to cover. So this is actually perfect. I'm glad I actually found it. Oh, yeah. So what I want you guys to be able to actually do is I want you guys to start utilizing Investopedia.com. Investopedia was something I got introduced like a couple years ago when I first started trading. Not gonna lie, I haven't utilized it as much as I possibly could, but moving forward, it is definitely something I want to be able to use much more, because it is a lot of good information. So whenever it was talking about the concept of, let's go back over the information, it's whenever you see the price of an asset is moving in the opposite direction of a technical indicator. Okay, so this is going to be an indicator. This is called the RSI. Okay. The RSI, for the most part, is usually going to follow price. So if you see price trending up, I don't know why I'll be having so much cash. You want to see that oscillator RSI trending up. If you see price trending down, you want to see the indicator doing the same. So this is going to represent the actual price of the market. This is going to be your indicator. So whenever it says, it's whenever price of an asset is moving opposite of the direction of a technical indicator. If you notice, right, from here to here, you can see that price is clearly going up. So if we want to be able to see the asset is moving in the opposite direction of a technical indicator, what is the opposite of up? It's obviously down. Okay. So if you notice, at the same area that we started and ended here, we're going down whenever we're going up. So this would be the opposite. So if we're going up here, we're going down here. And the thing that you guys are able to see is it is giving you an opportunity to see that current price, the trend of current price may be weakening. And in some situations, it may lead to price changing direction. So if you've been seeing price has been going up, whenever you detected the divergence, you then see price changed direction. All right. So now what we're about to do is we're about to go to an actual chart, so I can show you guys a couple of different scenarios of how I've actually utilized it in my trading. Okay. So One of the examples I want to use, I'm not going to be salty, but this is a trade setup that I sent out, didn't get an opportunity to be able to get in the trade because it never fulfilled my entry. It just kind of kept going up. And it just kept going up. That's cool though. We're not going to trip because we have plenty of opportunities. But what I want to show you guys is how to be able to properly detect divergence, okay? So the easiest way to be able to detect divergence on a chart is going to be changing your candles to the line chart. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is if you guys hover up here, which by the way, if you guys have no idea how to use TradingView, I'm gonna go ahead and link a video up here in the top right-hand corner. I actually made a YouTube video showing you guys how to be able to use TradingView. So all these, different things on the left and stuff like that doesn't throw you off because you do need to know how to maneuver. Okay. So if you go right here where it says candles, you can actually click on that. You can scroll down and then go to where it says line. Okay. Now, whenever I click on where it says line, you guys can obviously see it's a drastic difference from the candles to the line. Now, the thing I want to be able to explain real quick, now I'm actually not going to say that for a different video, but yeah. So the concept of the line, right? In a quick explanation, whenever you see the body of these candles and then you see the wick, okay, so notice this is a wick, the little toothpick looking thing, this big green part is going to be the body, okay? The wick is what happens as the candle is fluctuating, okay? The body of the candle is what's solidified after it closes. So every candle opens and closes, okay? The wicks are basically pump fakes, right? So obviously if it hits your stop loss, that's not a pump fake, right? That really happened. But the movement of the wick is meant to entice a trader to make an emotional decision before the candle closes, right? So the thing I want y'all to be able to realize is whenever you put it on a line chart is actually going to show you what's called true price, real price, no pump fakes, no fluff, all of that jazz. So it's easier to be able to detect divergence on the RSI just because it basically looks now exactly like the RSI. It's a squiggly line versus you having these candles, which may throw a new person off, okay? So if you don't know how to add the RSI, I'm gonna show you. But in addition to that, if you want to know how to add indicators, look at this video up here in the top right-hand corner. I actually made another YouTube video showing you guys how to make indicators, okay? So the next thing that I want to be able to do is I want to be able to show you guys how to add the RSI. So if you guys hover over the FX, it'll say indicators and strategies. I want you to click on that. And then literally all you got to do is type in RSI. Okay, the RSI is going to be labeled relative strength index. It's abbreviated RSI, but it's going to be labeled the relative strength index. So please make sure y'all utilize that. All right. So if I were to go ahead and show you guys an example of divergence, it's easy for me to be able to see it because I've been doing it for so long, but it will honestly take times for you guys to be able to see it as far as like it just popping out in front of your face. So I want you guys to notice, all right, remember what it said. It's whenever current price is going in one direction, right? So notice current price is obviously going down, right? So we're going to look from this point to this point right here. Price is obviously going down, okay? So from here to here, right, price is obviously going down. Now let me take these off so it's a little easier to see, right? Price is clearly going down. But if we were to take that same trend line tool, right, and line it up right below, how do I know that I'm exactly at the same spot? I could take a vertical line and I can line it up. So now you guys can clearly see, right, from this point to this point, the market is going down. But below us on our RSI, from this point to this point, the market is clearly going up. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call divergence, okay? Divergence is whenever the current price is going opposite of a technical indicator. All right. Now I want to be able to show you guys another example. So the concept of what I just showed you, remember, the market is going to go in a different direction or the trend is weakening. So if you notice, this was a downtrend, okay? Down trend. So this divergence, bam, 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 was a sign that maybe the market might be getting ready to go in the opposite direction, which the opposite of down is obviously up, okay? So that's going to be an example of divergence on one currency pair. I'm going to show you guys another one. And instead of looking for trades that I actually took, let's see if we could just randomly find divergence. So one of the dopest things you guys can do is it's easier on the higher time frames, get on the higher time frames and then just kind of start looking to see if you see anything. So I kind of just randomly want to find something on here. All right, cool. Actually, this is perfect. I actually still have this marked up from a previous markup. Perfect, 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 perfect. All right. So let's look at another example of divergence. So the divergence I just previously showed you guys was a little bit smaller range. So if I were to pull this setup back up, what is this? It's on AUDJPY. So if I were to pull this setup back up on GBP CAD, it's a little bit smaller range that is happening, okay? So the range from here to here and here to here, it's a little bit shorter of a window. Now I'm gonna show you guys divergence can actually spread out a little bit further. Now, what do I mean by that exactly? Okay. So once again, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to our candles. We're gonna change it to the line chart, okay? And like I said, it may take a little time for you guys to be able to start seeing this, but the thing one of my mentors told me is literally go to any currency pair and then scroll and find as many divergence examples as you can, but just stick to one time frame. You don't need to be flipping through a whole bunch of time frames, okay? So what do we notice, right? Let's do it again. So from this point, right, to this point, the market is doing what? It is clearly going down, all right? So from here to here, the market is clearly going down. Now, if we were to take our vertical line and line it up with the chart below, okay, right here, and then right here, right, what are we going to see? Okay, we're going to see that the market is actually going up. Okay, so we can actually take it from about here, because this is where like that little pivot starts. So we can actually do something like this, right? And this is going to be one of those things where, like I said, you have to get a little more experience with divergence, because sometimes you can be reaching whenever you see divergence. So like if you're looking at divergence from like all the way over here to all the way over here, at that point, I'll be honest with you, you're kind of reaching. Divergence needs to be like in a relative area, relatively, smaller range. If it's just this gigantic zone, that might not actually be divergence. It might just be, a lot of time that's happening and it just looks like it. But the distance shouldn't be so far apart. It should be relatively close as far as you being able to detect the divergence. So once again, in the same scenario that current price is moving down, the indicator is moving up. So in the same scenario that I just showed you guys on GBP CAD, this is an example of the trend weakening, okay? It's going down. The divergence is letting us know that the trend is weakening. So it gave us the ability to see ahead of time that we might get a reversal in price, which is going to start going up, okay? That's going to be divergence for us, okay? Now I want to look for some selling examples for divergence. Let's do that real quick. So let's look for some selling examples for divergence. See if I can find one for you guys real quick. Let's see. Man, that thing just ended up tumbling. Tumbling. Let's see. Let's see. My bad. I probably should have had these ahead of time. Just get your boy. Let's see, guys. I probably should just go to that gold example that I had. Let's see. All right, this is perfect. Another example, right? So once again, guys, we're going to go to our line chart, okay? We're then going to take our trend line tool from here to here, okay? Now, if I look down at my RSI, what do we see, guys? Okay, so once again, let's go over the basics. If we see that the current price is going in one direction, in order to 100% verify that we have divergence, we need our technical indicator to be going in the opposite direction. So what's the opposite of up? It has to be down. So in the same instance, right, from here, okay, from here to here, right, in the same instance that we saw the market going up on a current price, on our indicator, we see the market going down. And remember what the definition said. Divergence can be an indication that the current trend is weakening, which this was an uptrend, okay? Current trend is weakening, and that it might be getting ready to change direction. And what did it do? It went from up to now trending down, okay? Now trending down. Now, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys will ever come to this video, understand divergence, learn divergence. Hopefully you take it upon yourself to go practice. The biggest mistake people make in life, not just in trading, is you learn new information and you do not apply it. So remember, knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. A lot of people know a lot of stuff, but very few people apply the stuff that they know, okay? Think about the time that one of your friends you've known forever says something like, how do you even know that? That's because a lot of people don't apply the information that they know. So with that being said, guys, if you came to this video and you learned something, or maybe polished up on something that you was all right with, but now you finna walk away here feeling like $1,000,000, let me get you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because as I said, it's been my fault. I ain't been dropping videos every day like I said I will, but I'm gonna get back on the train, okay? Chugga, chugga, choo, choo. Now, on top of that, right next to that subscribe button, not too far removed, it's gonna be a like button and it's gonna be a thumbs up button. I really appreciate if you can click on both of those for your boy. And as usual, I'm gonna see you guys at the top, not from the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. See you when you want to be. Peace.